Get in the car.
Make some noise for Aaron going home in his brand new car.
You know the best way to fight the patriarchy? Buying affordable Japanese cars.
How much signal I need to cut across 8 lane? None? I turn now. Good luck, everybody else.
Atta girl.
The all-new Nissan Sentra with more standard safety features than any other car in its class.
That's right. I didn't know this until I saw the most recent Brie Larson commercial. And in fact, now I want to go buy myself a Nissan because Women's Day, International Women's Day, and women's empowerment, as viewed by corporations, is totally not about selling you stuff. It's totally about empowering women. Now, when we see the way this ad is covered, we're going to have some fun. See, a lot of people might point out, it's just a car commercial. That's the car Yeah, that's right. And I'm just making a funny video about it. Well, at least I hope you think it's funny.
I'm so stressed, man. Like, I can't deal with this anymore.
The ad came out and all the media around it. When I first saw the ad, I was like, it's kind of cringe. But then I saw all the media around it, and then I saw the behind the scenes video about it, and it got a little more interesting. You see some of the press releases coming out. Nissan teams up with Brie Larson for empowering message. Okay, great. Totally empowering. Brie Larson recently teamed up with Nissan to create an inspiring ad about empowerment. An inspiring ad. The 30-second spot shows the actress from Captain Marvel driving confidently, because women don't normally drive confidently, apparently.
Watch this.
Brie. Rear automatic braking.
Come on, man. That's too easy.
Behind the wheel of a 2020 Nissan Sentra. Available today. The commercial spot begins with the employee and her boss having a conversation in the street. The employee is being brushed off by her boss regarding a promotion, and that's when Larson zooms up next to the pair, engaging the disgruntled office worker to hop in the car. Before she can accept the reality that she's not going to get a raise and climb the corporate ladder, Larson shows off the versatile capabilities of the car and asks the rhetorical question. If this Nissan Sentra isn't going to make any compromises, how about you? Why should you? The fact that Brie unironically thinks that this is anything but a commercial to sell a Japanese car is ridiculous. The ad is part of Nissan's Refuse to Compromise campaign, demonstrating that the Sentra is capable of performing at a high level, refusing to succumb to the narrative of being a typical, unremarkable sedan. Hey, look, there's nothing wrong with Nissans. Like, my dad drives a Rogue. That's a Nissan, I think, right? Fine. Buy your Nissan. Let's take a look. I mean, you see, brands on International Women's Day celebrate the 100th anniversary of women receiving the right to vote. Kind, Nissan, Procter & Gamble also take part in the international conversation about gender equality, where the genders are entirely equal here in the West, but, you know, if it weren't for the need to commercialize that, maybe we could accept it. The idea that women have any less or fewer rights than men is ridiculous. The pay gap has been debunked. Women are thriving. If anything, they're doing exceedingly much better than men. If we look at the rate at which they go to college and the rate at which they get into their fields, and the rate at which, if we look at who's in prison, who's self-deleting, there are a lot of things that women are succeeding in against men, but that doesn't help the narrative. We look at, of course, Kind, Nissan with their Oscar-winning actress Captain Marvel, Brie Larson to lead a new campaign that aims to tackle the issues of gender inequality and female empowerment. No, it doesn't. It's aiming to sell you cars. That's what commercials are supposed to do. They're literally called commercials. Shows that women don't have to compromise in the workplace. By the way, we're going to take a look at the spot too. And the 30-second spot launched on Twitter because that's the only place that this crap would fly. Allison Witherspoon, VP of Marketing and Media. So a woman is the vice president of marketing trying to push a narrative that women don't get ahead in the workplace. Just think about that. And communication, Nissan North America explains why the brand chose Larson as the face of the campaign. Brie has reached incredible feats in the male-dominated industry because she refused to compromise at every step of the way. No, I disagree with that entirely. In fact, we know now that the industry itself is oversaturating with women in it. It is a literal point of a company like Disney, who says very publicly about the Marvel campaign that they are very interested in promoting women only, or that's their primary interest. In fact, I think that's the reason they turned down the Expendables comic book. That maybe that wasn't Disney, probably, but you get what I mean. Because she refused to compromise every step, and sits under the Nissan United, a special team, a special team. And of course, Twitter loves it. Twitter absolutely loves it. You see this according to Data Racer 117, always good at compiling tweets. Here's some of the press releases. Nissan actress Brie Larson team up for empowering Nissan Sentra campaign launch. Here's the official press release. Nissan actress team Brie Larson team up for an empowering Nissan Sentra launch campaign. And then we can see the Brie Larson weirdos. I never get this celebrity worship. It's so cringe to me. It's first of all, most people in Hollywood view you as nothing more but someone to pay them $15 to go watch the movie they're in. They don't really care about you. They don't care about your issues. They just pretend to. That's just a fact. These are super elites who don't view themselves on the same level of normal people. You are their pay pigs. But you write, I love this just in time for International Women's Day. Refuse to learn that it's okay to compromise. Supporting women and empowering? Totally you. Brie, I drive a 2011 beaten up Nissan Versa. Please, if you read this, get me a new car, please. Brie, I'm available Friday. Brie Larson has made a Nissan Sentra's the new lesbian car. Subarus are out. Not buying Nissan because I don't have money. Brie Larson said Nissan is the new lesbian car. Sorry, Subaru, your time is done. You served us well. What about female empowerment has anything to do with who you sleep with? I don't understand this. It's always a good ad to show dangerous, reckless driving matched up with the driver not looking at the road 50% of the time. If we look at the actual ad, well, there's behind the scenes now. The ad itself, whatever, right? It's currently at 3,600 downvotes to 300 upvotes. That's pretty good. I'm surprised that they even allowed voting. I guarantee after this video, they're going to turn it off. And comments are already turned off, although I don't know if they ever were. Now, what we see here is a nerdy boss man and a sheepish woman with her pants all the way up to her, I don't know, as high up as they could go humanly. Talking now. The assumption is here that she's fully deserving of this promotion, even though we don't know anything about her, right?
So I'm going to hold on promoting you this quarter. Cool?
Cool.
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
Oh, haha, drop the taco.
Does this Sentra feel like a compromise to you? Wait, what? The handling. It's
So
good,
she's-
right? No compromise there.
Nope.
Watch this.
Interesting.
Rear automatic braking.
So what am I supposed to get from this? That Brie Larson is a bad driver? I get that it's all fun. So angry Twitter people that will share this video and be like, hey, you made another video about Brie. Look, I've got a shed to pay for, all right? It's like,
if this Nissan Sentra isn't going to compromise, why should you? You're right.
yeah, buy our Japanese car.
Atta girl.
The all-new Nissan Sentra with more
Cringe.
standard safety features than any.
Cringe. That a girl. Why do you think they disabled comments? And then you might say, well, there's no agenda. There's no agenda here. What are you talking about? Okay,
Brie
okay.
Larson and I am on the set of a commercial.
Hey, Brie.
For the Nissan Sentra.
Sell me a car.
So one of our first conversations.
Oh, this one actually has comments on. Let's see. How many likes can this comment get before it gets as disabled as this commercial? Nissan went full Gillette. You never go full Gillette. They've already turned off the comments on the official commercial. If being denied a promotion is only a female issue, then Brie needs to go lecture the U.S. military. Great idea with Drop the Taco. No interpretation possible. No interpretations to take from here. Whoever wrote this ad should be up for consequences. Yet another brand to avoid. Nissan, Just a moment when I get my little black book and write brands to avoid in the future. Here before Nissan turns off comments. Just like that, I'm no longer considering Nissan for new car. Get woke, go broke.
We introduced the idea of no compromises, and that's what we felt was important.
This is a woman that's clearly being held back, obviously, right?
About the Sentra, you don't have to compromise styling or performance. You can get it all in this amazing package. What was it about the idea of no compromises that resonated with you?
The fact that I was pitched this concept that on the surface, just looking at the ad itself, that it is...
By the way, here's why you took it, Brie Larson. For the money! For the money! I can't stand these folks who are like, oh, I just really like the message. Baloney. You really like the big paycheck they gave you.
About sisterhood?
Yep.
It's about sisterhood? What? You're a complete stranger. You basically kidnapped that lady. And you ruined her lunch.
I remember going in on my 10,000th audition, going in and being prepared and having what I felt like was all the credentials that I needed, and a guy on the other side of the table give me a bad note.
Oh, no! A guy on the other side of the table gave you a bad note. It's not at all possible that you were perhaps overconfident, because that's never happened to anyone in history.
So you and I both work in heavily male-dominated industries.
And you're the VP. You're a vice president. You're a walking disapproval of your own agenda.
That something that you were aware of when you first started out? And if so, did you start to change your approach in order to address that?
I'd argue that Hollywood actors is not heavily male-dominated, by the way, anymore.
And having it just so much dedicated time in one field that you start to look around and go, wait, why am I the only one like me? And it's...
You're the only female actress? Are you joking?
Oh, I like that pun.
Yeah.
Look back in that rearview mirror.
Back in that.
Yeah!
All automotive.
Who said?
No compromise.
Yuck. Ha! Ah. Enjoy the backlash, Nissan. Sell some Japanese cars to fight the patriarchy. I'm sure it'll work.